Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Thanks for tuning into our channel where we are all about achieving wealth and financial freedom through a three-part strategy. Earn more, spend less, and invest the rest. So today's topic falls under the category of spend less because we are going to be talking about 7 things that you should absolutely stop buying if you are serious about saving more money. And as a bonus, at the end of today's video, I will share with you my personal tips on how you can actually stop buying the that you don't need. So about 7 years ago, my husband Chris and I were fresh into our careers, and even though we were both making pretty decent salaries and we weren't living extravagant lifestyles, we were terrible at saving. We had our financial epiphany and we realized that we wanted to retire early and we wanted to be wealthy. And so essentially we overhauled all of our spending habits and realized that in order for us to actually achieve our goals, we had to have a foundation of saving more than what we were spending every month. So when we started this exercise, we were spending almost 95% of what we earned on our living expenses. And now today, we are down to only spending about 20% of what we earn. So that means the other 80% can go into our investments, which continue to grow and help us to achieve our financial goals. So let's dive in. Number 1, stop buying takeaway coffee. Now, you are going to see this on every YouTube video, probably every list that you find on Google, but it is popular for a reason. Depending on how fancy you like to order your coffee, you can save anywhere between $300 to $1,000 a year. That is a significant amount of money spent on something that you can easily brew at home, just as deliciously, just as tastily. Number 2, stop buying things when they are on sale. Now, this might seem like a weird recommendation because it seems counterintuitive for me to say don't buy things when they're on sale. The reason I'm saying this is because a lot of times we end up buying things that we don't need when they're on sale because we think we're getting a good deal. Now, this is a trick that a lot of stores actually play on our minds, so it essentially encourages us to spend money on things that we don't really need. So just because something is on sale doesn't mean you need to buy it. Number 3, stop buying designer brands. There is no reason to pay such a high premium just to have a logo or brand name on your clothes, your handbags, your shoes, whatever. It really isn't worth it to pay all that extra money just for a designer brand when you can easily have great products at a lower price point and really nobody notices the difference. Number 4, stop ordering takeout and buying pre-packaged food. Now this one's pretty self-explanatory. Anytime your food is touched by a human, there is going to be a labor cost that is added on that you're going to have to pay whenever you buy that food item. If you're really serious about saving, you can do weekly grocery shops, meal prep, and cook for yourself at home. But let me get real with you for a second. This is by far the hardest item on the list for me personally because I love ordering out food and I hate cooking. So if you're like me, the best tip that I can give you is don't go cold turkey. Really take your time, work your way back step by step, order less, cook more. Eventually you'll get into the groove. And remember, every penny that you save is a penny that you can put into your investment portfolio. Number 5, stop spending money on gym memberships. So on average in America, people spend around $500 a year on their gym memberships. And most of the time, the results that you are seeing could be achieved at home with HIIT workouts, light weights, and even your body weight. So unless you're a hardcore bodybuilder who needs all kinds of equipment to achieve your goals, why don't you consider taking a look at your gym membership and seeing if that is an expense that you can reduce? Number 6, women's items. So have you guys ever heard of this thing called the pink tax? So essentially it's when companies take products that are exactly the same, like a razor for a man and a woman, and they paint it pink and they market it towards women, and then there is an increased price along with that woman's item. Number 7, stop buying tacky souvenirs. Nobody likes them and you don't need them. When you travel, don't get a bunch of tchotchkes and cheap things that 99% of the time are actually made in a foreign country or in a factory. Instead, why don't you focus when you travel on taking amazing photos, or doing journals, or creating videos, or buying a piece of handmade art, something like that, that you can take home, that you can treasure, not something that you're going to waste money on buying it at the airport, and eventually it's probably going to end up in the garbage anyway. All right, guys, so those were my 7 items that I suggest you stop buying if you are serious about saving money. Now, as promised, I want to share with you my top tips for actually how you cannot buy the things that you don't really need to buy. So first and foremost, I want you to have the bigger picture in mind. And when I say bigger picture in mind, I literally mean put a picture in front of you to remind you of what you are saving for. So if you are saving because you want to retire early, if you're saving because you want to buy a house, maybe you're saving to go on a big trip, pick out an image that represents that goal and put it in front of you. Now, if you are somebody who loves to shop online, put this as the desktop background on your laptop. If you're somebody who loves shopping in person, take a little picture and put it in your wallet. So every time you're taking out that credit card, you see that visual reminder of why you're saving. And it's gonna make you think more about what you're spending money on and really ask yourself, do I need to spend money on this item? The second thing you need to do is to reduce temptation as much as possible. So what I mean by this is that you need to get rid of those things that are going to entice you to spend money. I personally remember like 10 years ago, I subscribed to all of the different websites and online clothing stores. I would get notifications from them, or even daily mails about like, oh, this item's on sale, and oh, you put this on your wish list and now it's on sale, this, that, and the other. All that is a marketing ploy in order to tempt you to spending more money. So if you have email notifications, you need to unsubscribe right away so that you are not tempted to spend that money. The other thing that I want you to be wary of is what they call impulse buys. So that's the stuff that you see like at the grocery store or at the clothing store that is right by the aisle, and you say like, oh, that's cute, or oh, that looks tasty, let me grab a few of those. Always check yourself with those impulse buys and say, do I really need this? And last but certainly not least, I want to share with you a rule that I implemented that helped me so much from differentiating between the things that I wanted to buy and the things that I needed to buy. And that is the 24-hour hold. So if you're out shopping and you get that temptation to spend to buy like an awesome pair of shoes or maybe a beautiful jacket, just wait 24 hours. If you are still thinking about that item the next day, then maybe it's worth spending money on. But I guarantee you that most of the time, if you just wait 24 hours, you will realize, you know what, I didn't actually need that, I don't really want it, and I don't have to spend money on it. All right, guys, that's it for me. I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button, or better yet, subscribing to the channel. As always, we'd love to hear from you in the comments or connect with you on our Facebook group. Remember, earn more, spend less, and invest the rest, and I'll see you next time.